no shows in June, or we were looking at the data and we were wanting to ask you, how do you do that? How did you do that?
How do we do that? So when a client is 5 minutes late, I instruct my team to call them and act with urgency, like something is seriously wrong, because this is so important. We were going to help them with their self-confidence, their loose skin, their stubborn cellulite. They clicked and wanted and paid a deposit. So this is the most important thing, for this moment. So I just tell my team, call them. And they usually call them with such urgency, like, hey, Rebecca, is everything okay? You were supposed to be here 5 minutes ago.
That's great.
What happened?
And then instead of them, and if we call them with that sense of urgency and they respond with, oh, they were expecting me, this is important, they respond with that same level of urgency. Mm-hmm. But if we just let them be late, they treat us with the same disrespect because they don't think we care, so they don't care, and then therefore our value is depleted. So I that's one way of just checking in with urgency. And then if they're like, oh, I'm so sorry, then okay, you got forgiveness. We'll forgive you because you're apologetic. Things happen. Oh my gosh, I was late 15 minutes to this call because I had a client, asking for my attention. So I get it, but I'm like, Rebecca, I am so sorry. Let me make this up to you. Mm-hmm. So we understand that, but if a client is just like ghosting us because they're 5, 15, 30 minutes late, you know what? My team knows you're allowed to tag them DTM. If they're not responsive, they're not respectful, they're not remorseful, then we don't need to spend more energy on trying to convert that no-show or that, lack of respect to a first-time offer. I'm already discounting you for the first-time offer. Why would I beg you to come?
Mm-hmm. DTM. What's DTM for the?
So DTM means dead to me. So that way It's very clear to my girls, because we have so many communications. We're all sharing, the Instagram DMs, we're all sharing the phone. So when they see that somebody is either checked out as a no-show, no charge, or a DTM tagged on their lead, it gives them permission to not respond with urgency and allows them to let them just not drain our time, and we can prioritize others more efficiently. We don't actually tell anybody they're dead to me, but our sense of urgency to those that are really worth our investment, they get our attention.
Awesome. And then what if they? I know you've obviously not had many to give for examples, but what if they then got back in touch? It's you wouldn't communicate, or?
So the other question that you said to me is like, how Eric asked me before, like, you had no shows, like, were the people trying to move, and what did you guys say to get everyone to show up? And one of it was like, they call and they're like, oh, I can't be there. And they might call like within 15 minutes of their appointment or 15 minutes late. And they're like, I can't be there. And I'm like, well, can you be there in 30 minutes? So you still have 30 minutes of your hour and appointment. So if you can get here urgently, we will still prioritize your needs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you still have the slot, and some people, like you said, are conscientious about being late and, would rather miss the appointment than be late, or, and so you're giving them that permission to, if they are still prioritizing properly, to be a priority.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I think if we respect our own time and boundaries, people know that they will be respected when they're on the other side of lead to client. And that's how we prioritize, people who value us. Rebecca's question was around like, well, when you call somebody and they're like, negligent and getting back, but then they're like, oh my gosh, I was, got caught up in a work call. I mean, that's understandable, right? Because most of my clients are juggling family, work schedules, travel schedules, busy husbands. So I get that. But if they approach us with, just respect and asking for forgiveness, literally like, oh, I'm really sorry, that was really bad, my bad, and they just take accountability for it, then we will forgive that all day. Yes. Yeah, I get it. We're the same, because we're going to make mistakes also. But the lack of respect, which is a no-show and a ghosting, you know what, there's other businesses that need their business more than I do. I just don't have the energy to like drain on people that don't value us.
Yeah.
That's really good. Thank you, Stacey.
Yeah. So for those 2 recent ones, there's just nothing. There was no follow up, was there not? As far as you know.
I don't know. I think there was 2 that I said do not rebook these 2 leads, and the reason being is my assumption is I looked in our chat and I did not. I saw my team check them out as no show, no charge, which means that they exerted all efforts. If my team checked them out as like last minute cancel, that means that the client was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," versus no show, no charge means like you only get 1.
Yeah.
After that, you're gonna, you know, like you can either beg for my forgiveness or my team's time, and if they feel genuinely respected, then that they have the discretion to put you back on the schedule. But generally speaking, it's just you're welcome. Just prepay for your experience, and so that way we don't have to take the risk. And prepay doesn't mean you prepay the $199 first time offer. You already forego that because you no show, no response. They can prepay for the first time for the full treatment experience, which is $500 for that treatment. And obviously they're not going to do that because they're embarrassed and they're going to go start a new relationship around the corner. That's fine.
Yeah. Got it.
So, so that's what I know that we were discussing, like my dissatisfaction around that too. I'm not necessarily dissatisfied because I know with you guys, I know that I have to be generous in meeting new people. We're going to kiss a lot of frogs before we find like great quality leads. I get that, but I don't want to keep turning over the same stones. That's what I'm trying to give you permission to.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the frogs though. I've only seen a few on your sheet, which obviously means that, first of all, there's an energy going on between you and these people that they're picking up, and I think it has to do around that, you respecting your time, they respecting your time and wanting to actually come in, versus when they come in and they kind of see different behaviors or different presentation or whatever, and it's not quite at that level.
Consistency, right? Just kind of like whatever. Yeah. The other thing too that I would say probably unique for what we do versus others is somebody's like, oh, I really want my deposit back, or I want, we have a no refunds policy, of course, because, most of our treatments are discounted to meet you. Sometimes they're getting a free demo or a significant savings on the first time. And sometimes that they might have buyer's remorse because of, for whatever reason. So a lot of people, I see it on the T-shaped WhatsApp groups about like, oh, this person is frustrated or blah, blah, blah. And they're like, they want a refund. And everyone's like, no refund, no refund, refund. I'm like, get rid of that dead weight quickly. I refund them. I don't want to see them. It's fine. This was not going to work out. I'm going to just keep advertising and find people who value it, because somebody can drain our energy if they show up and have buyer's remorse on the second interaction. They're going to challenge us all the way to 10 treatments. And I just don't need that level of convincing every time. We have a process that shows undeniable results with your eyes, because we take photos. We also ask you along the way to make sure you're drinking water and how your life is changing, not just your skin. We have Google reviews that you share your feedback on. And we pivot if things are not working as fast or as slow as you want, and we just constantly keep checking in. So we don't have negative results. The ones that we have the negative intent or frustration, we just, thank you for giving us a try. It doesn't seem like this is a great fit for you right now, and part our ways. And then I just make room for somebody who really values it. So I'd rather take that financial loss quickly and not have to put my team and my business and my energy in 10 more interactions where they're going to challenge us. There's so many other places that are better fit at cheaper prices. Go have fun finding the fit for you. It doesn't have to be for
Do you
everybody.
find that typically happens if someone's just not seeing results as quickly as they would have thought?
I
Without being
find
the
that
name, yeah.
I find that it happens if we didn't do a good job at the beginning, positioning the real desire. If we sell them too quickly, it usually is like a 2 treatment series or it's a 5 series, and they're not necessarily bought in. They're just buying treatments. When they buy a 10 pack or 20 pack, they're buying an emotional transformation. So the difference being is like they're wanting to make emotional just means I'm vested. Treatments means I'm paying for time. That's the difference. So if they're emotionally vested, they're going to drink more water. They're going to respect weekly or twice a week or whatever the cadence is. They're going to do their lymphatic treatments that we recommend along with our services. They're going to make some better decisions on nutrition and some less bad decisions that sabotage what we're trying to accomplish. I mean, those are the activities that come with emotional investment that they're able to leverage. When you're just selling treatment, they're literally expecting you to do everything, like everything, meaning I'm going to fix all their bad habits and replace all their good habits in 1 hour. And then they expect us to carry them through that. Those are the types of interactions that actually find that it doesn't work. And because we undersold them, we probably didn't clear the frame at the beginning of what this takes.
Yeah. That's really, really good feedback. It's really interesting.
That is good.
Yeah. We're soon going to be launching monthly webinars, and I would love for you to invite you to be our first guest speaker, Stacey. I know you've done a few of these things before.
I'm always happy to help you guys.
Amazing.
I mean,
Amazing.
I'm really happy to help others copy exactly what we're doing, because it's really I mean, there's not going to be anybody that's exactly like us, but certainly if there's tips that we can teach them that they can have greater success and implement for themselves, more people know about these treatments, more people feel great in their own skin, more people are successful across the country. So it's not a competitive threat by any means, helping other people in our competitive space.
No, that's great. That's great. I appreciate that. I think we're hopefully going to be launching the first one maybe in August, and we'll hopefully start a monthly cadence. So maybe I'll be in touch, but maybe like for number 2, we could have some time and just talk through, we're getting a lot, and again, a lot of it goes back to seasonality, but we are getting a lot of feedback around package sales right now, and that it is difficult, and hearing it from us is one thing, but hearing it from someone who's in it like yourself is something totally different, and such a great asset. So I would love for that to happen.
I just hosted a impromptu office hours, and I think 15 or so T-shape owners across the country logged in. It was just basically an open forum for them to ask some questions. Some of the questions that they ask in there is around how do you get them, why, first of all, why would you spend $300 for a lead that's going to pay you $200? And I'm like, well, that's your showtime. Like, you got a warm body in front of you that's struggling with, something. Go find out what it is. It's an investment in your business. And if you can't convert them, then there's something about it's not about the lead. It's not because, Eric and Rebecca brought us a terrible lead. It's because I lacked the ability to uncover what they're struggling with. Then it's an opportunity for us to grow and learn. So that's one of the things that I share when people are like, oh, would you do the Try T-Shape program? Like, immediately. Because, you can implement that. You guys do all the back end, that you buy the device, you launch this, you could go from day one versus, other vehicles that take more time. But a lot of people ask the questions around how you convert. And so that's, really around, most people want to educate and not understand. And so what you're basically doing is trying to push selling and information, and what you're lacking is understanding and engaging and uncovering. And that's, doctors are like, well, I didn't get a medical degree because I didn't want to be a doctor. I'm like, well, you diagnose all day without thinking about it. But for some reason, when it's emotional, like cellulite or loose skin, you just turn that off. It's the same process. Why are you here today? How long have you had the symptoms of a cold? Why is your cold bothering you? How do you know it's a cold? Like, it's the same conversation. It's just different, you just drop in a different verbiage when you're talking about emotional frustrations around skin tightening, loose skin, summer fat, and cellulite. So that's one of the ways that, like, in the teach try in that forum. The other one is around how do they do damage control when they undersold them, and that's actually really problematic because you can sell less treatments pretty easily, right? You easy to go from a single treatment $199 to like maybe 3 at like $500 a session. That's only $1,500 out of pocket. But how do you go back to them and tell them, like, oh, I thought your cellulite, remember I told you your cellulite would get slightly better, but you heard it would be better at 3 because that's what I let you buy.
Yeah.
And so that's just teaching them the verbiage of just like, you need to just be upfront with them. Like, look, I shouldn't have let you buy that, but you told me that you wanted to start that way. Own it. You made a mistake. Own it.
Yeah.
That's it. Simple as that. You just gain greater credibility owning our own mistakes by communicating the wrong thing because we let them pay for a smaller package. You know, just start, I would say, just start with the ideal solution for their problem, and it's always so big. It's going to be 20 sessions. Of course, because they're coming to you for like avoiding surgery and liposuction. Do not tell them that 1 works. Don't even tell them 5 works. 10 is going to get you there. But if you're like me, 51 and aging, it doesn't stop at 10. Unfortunately, gravity, time, and slow systems are going to keep me going and needing more. So just being authentic and honest will carry more weight than trying to sell something.
Yeah, absolutely.
As far as my team, like, we're trying to implement a lot of these same sales principles. It's a different conversation, of course, because we're not selling the package. You know, so we're just getting them into the first appointment, but we're still trying to uncover some of the pain and the need that's behind that for qualification to an extent, but we're not like disqualifying, on the same level that I guess, on the same level that I think some partners want us to, or on the same level that I think sometimes I would like to, because that doesn't necessarily fit with the cost per booking model, or the way that we're doing billing, which is essentially, this is a billing functionality where everything is built into that $300. So it does involve some funds for it to work. It has to, or it doesn't work. Like, otherwise the 300 number has to go even further up. If we're going to really qualify down to where all we're giving you is like ready to buy package leads, like everybody is just a soft, softball over the plate home run. That's what everybody wants, and that removes the sales. That removes the sales responsibility from them to me.
Right. And so therefore, Eric, then you take the credit card payment and then you just call somebody and say, hey, I'm going to pay you $300 for each treatment to fulfill their service, and you keep the upside.
That's exactly. Like, why am I, why are you the business owner at this point?
So your goal is to get somebody, a live being that expresses pain, that is interested in putting $25 on it, that gets a guaranteed trial. And I think, that's the pushback. That's the natural pushback you can get from business owners. It's like, well, I sucked at my job, so therefore it must be that the inputs were terrible. But I never actually look at my own inputs, right? Like, just because you got a warm body on my schedule. Now, for example, if that warm body were 20 years old, I would be like, Eric, that's not a really good lead because our target is 40 to 60. That would be a different conversation. But if the woman shows up and says she's got cellulite concerns and she's willing to spend $25, she only wants to spend $199, then I think you have to meet her where she currently is, and that's hard. That's a very awkward, teachable moment for people in this industry, because they have to fit with where they currently are, frame that interaction to make sure that they actually want more than one session. And sometimes that means I don't deliver that one session. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't think this is a good fit. Other times, you know, so we kind of gone back and forth on, do I even deliver the one session? Because then, you know, it might be not, you know, but so I would say that that's sometimes I'm debating whether I even deliver the one-time session if there's somebody that's not a good fit, and I don't like to use the word not a good fit, because they're not a good fit because I failed to uncover their fitness. But if their metrics are like, oh, they don't have skin and they're 20, okay, that's a no, please go somewhere else.
Yeah.
If they don't have skin, that's a different conversation. But I think, but yeah, I mean, I'm interested in terms of like any hard qualification metrics that you think that we should be putting into place within this program. If you have any feedback on that, I am interested, because it's a conversation that we do have, and that we are having, and that I would like to put some harder barriers in particular, potentially, you know, but also still meet the criteria of what we were talking about before.
So one of the things that I think is a good indicator is if they research or try another thing, you know, so meaning if we get a lot of really high quality clients who've done surgery. They do not want the pain of doing another surgery. That is like, for us, that is a slam dunk, because they've already
It's actually a really good sales line too.
Yeah.
They don't want the pain of going back, of either having that downtime. I mean, especially now, we have so many people that are doing surgery. It is so, I find it shocking how many people have done like arm surgeries. You can see them because they walk in with sleeveless shirts, and when they turn a certain way, you see this like half-inch scar all the way on the inner arm. Or, you know, I mean, C-sections are one type of surgery, but obviously that's not necessary because you're delivering. But we have so many people that have done surgeries because, you know, they removed, you know, excess skin around their GLP-1 weight loss. So I would say that's a really great lead if they've done surgery, because you're addressing a pain point that they don't want to go again. I don't know if this is really helping you, because you asked me for like hard disqualification. I think it's helpful.
You know, I don't know if it's, like I think it's a really good line for us to identify good potential clients.
Right.
Again, about disqualification, you're right. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to disqualify somebody because they haven't done
correct. That's good information to put in the lead, right? In the lead note. If they can't pay the $25 deposit, I don't even want to see them.
Oh, yeah.
I expect to see them spend $200 without blinking. Cash usually is even like they walk around with cash because they're having that much pain. They are ready to like go forward. And a lot of our clients end up dropping $4,000 at first interaction plus the $200. So if they're upset about the $25 deposit, then you know what? Go get a massage or something that doesn't. I don't know. Go do something else versus something that is this valuable. You know. So maybe some verbiage that you could use because I understand your challenge of, you know, I see the conversations around, well, they should do a better job setting expectations that, you know, people need 20 or more sessions. I'm like, you'd never get a warm body in front of you if you told them they're going to be here for the rest of their life.
Oh, yeah, and it's like the next question is, how much is 20 sessions?
Yeah.
How much is 20 sessions? And you really want somebody on my team answering that question without any positioning, without any anchoring? That's not a good idea.
That's terrible. No, it's, so